Hi, welcome to Meta Perfume. I'm Emily, here again with Twixie on this chair. And I'm gonna do an updated version of my my favorite unisex fragrances in my collection. A subscriber had asked me to cover more men's fragrances, and I don't have very many. I don't have very much experience with those, sorry. But I do have some really excellent unisex fragrances that I love. And so I want to cover like my top unisex fragrances, and I forgot one. Oh, okay. So I guess I'm gonna maybe go from not my least favorite because I like them all, but maybe it's roughly my least to my favorite. Okay, so I'll start with this unisex Black Orchid by Tom Ford, which is a rich, warm, complex, chocolatey, spicy, deep, kind of, I'd say it leans slightly masculine, but it's pretty unisex. It's got a little bit of a floral component to it. It's just very interesting, and I'd say better for cool and cold weather given the kind of rich, spicy nature of this scent. So Black Orchid by Tom Ford would be my number 10, I guess. I think there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'll put Voyage de Hermes in there, so that'll be 10. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, number 10, Black Orchid. And then I got this very interesting fragrance based on Sarah Mays's reviews. Sarah Mays has just so many fragrances that she reviews, and she doesn't limit to, super expensive or super inexpensive. She just kind of covers the gamut. And this was one that she turned me on to. Also very interesting. Has a magnetic cap, which is nice. It's just a super unique scent with incense. It smells, I get subtle like honey scent, but I don't know if honey is a note. I really like this fragrance. I think it's a little unusual. So I wear it more like when I'm by myself than when I'm going out. But if you want to smell distinctive and unique, this is definitely an interesting, cool kind of like incense, but also like fresh air, like it's just really, really sweet. Like, not sweet fragrance wise, it's not a sweet fragrance, but it's sweet in terms of just how interesting and unusual and complex it is. So this is Velvet Amber Oud, and it's got this kind of nice box that it comes in. It's by a maker called Rihanna. See that? And that is my 9th favorite unisex fragrance right there. So, next I have one of my wintertime, daytime. This is kind of a go-to in winter daytime for me, which is Capri by Adrienne Vitalini. This is a sort of underrated fragrance that I don't hear anybody ever mention on YouTube, but I really enjoy it. I think it's pretty interesting. It's got like fern and green notes, some bright kind of citrusy scent. There's a little hint of licorice in here. So yeah, this reminds me of a winter day all the way. I think it could go into the night. It's got sort of an intoxicating thing happening with the green notes and the licorice and the citrus. So that is, and the longevity is pretty good on this too. I would say I give it like 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, very, very nice one. Adrienne Vitalini, Capri. Then I have a couple unisex armafs that I really enjoy. So I'll start with this Club de Nuit Milestone. This one I'm gonna say is leaning slightly masculine. It's a like a great kind of fresh gym scent. I should have the notes on these. I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna look up the notes and I'm gonna come back. Okay, I'm back. Trixie left, but I looked up the notes in this. It's a fairly complex fragrance. This is the Club de Nuit Milestone by Armaf, and the top notes are C notes, red fruit, and bergamot. Middle notes are violet, white woods, and sandalwood, and then the bases ambroxan, musk, and vetiver. So the C notes, I think, are the prominent. It's kind of a salty C scent, but it's complicated. It's complex with the red fruits and bergamot. I wouldn't say this is fruity at all. It just kind of gives it some character. Violet, white woods. I'd say I get like a C note wood kind of experience from this. It is really nice though, sandalwood. And then the ambroxan, musk, and vetiver in the base. So it's just kind of like a green sea wood scent. And I think this is a good gym scent. Leads, to me, my nose, it's slightly masculine, but also like refreshing and crisp. Even with the woods, it's interesting. With this light playing off my face here. Yeah, that is Club de Nuit Milestone. That's nice. And then another Armaf is my Armaf Niche Sapphire, which I like even better than the Milestone. I think it is that while that leans just slightly masculine to my nose, this one is sort of like right in the middle, or maybe a teens feminine. It's really good. The top notes are grapefruit, mint, pink pepper, and ginger. I feel like I should wear this fragrance more than I do. I forget about it. Yeah, I love grapefruit and mint and pink pepper. It's just, the ginger is really subtle. I don't get a lot of that. The middle notes are watery notes, violet leaves, and woodsy notes. And then the base is ambergris, amber, gaiac wood, and cedar. And I think the woods come forward a little more than the ambergris or the amber. I definitely don't get too much amber, which is nice because I'm not the biggest fan of amber. But this is just, yeah, it's a really nice watery, sort of complex, citrusy, delicious unisex fragrance. That is Armaf Niche Sapphire. I can smell it. It smells good. All right. Then the, what have we got through? This is number 5, I guess. This is like a rough order, I'd say, but I really love this Hermes, Voyage de Hermes as a unisex fragrance. It's definitely in my top. Top notes of cardamom, Amalfi lemon, spices, and juniper berries. Middle notes of tea, green notes, and floral notes. And then in the base we have woodsy notes, musk, and cedar. So, yeah, refreshing, kind of all the Hermes fragrances are very classy. Everybody will say that. They're talking about Hermes. And I think that's because they're sort of complex and very pleasant, but not, overly sweet. None of them are very sweet. And even if they're a simple composition, it's just a really solid, anyway, that is Voyage de Hermes. Definitely wonderful, good for daytime, nighttime, spring, summer, even fall. I think you could go year round with this in a warmer climate like Los Angeles, where I am. Very nice. And I have a few Atelier colognes that are unisex. The Vetiver Fatale is obviously a vetiver heavy fragrance, but it is sort of complex with a little bit of floral wood. But this is, I think, more masculine. This is one of the most masculine leading fragrances in my collection. So I don't tend to wear it on its own very often. But if I'm in the mood for vetiver, this is a really good one. Vetiver Fatale by Atelier Cologne. And then my top 3 favorite unisex fragrances. One of them is this Atelier Cologne Filtre Ceylon, which is a tea scent with some papyrus, and it's just a very unique tea scent. Again, crisp, sort of unusual. It's a little hard to describe these in ways that are very, I don't know, appropriate to how interesting they are. But this one is definitely one of my favorite fragrances of all time. That is Filtre Ceylon. Pretty good longevity. Give it like 5 to 7 hours, depending on how much you put on. And that's pretty good for Atelier Cologne. And then one of my very favorite, and this is, I'll reach for this when I'm sick, because I feel like it has like kind of a, not medicinal, but like a healing properties for me. It's got eucalyptus and mint and lime and a little subtle coconut. But the lime is really what gets it for me. It's one of my favorite notes. And this is very lime forward, this Pacific Lime by Atelier Cologne. Great for warmer weather and even into the fall. I think this would still work. If you like lime, I'd highly recommend it. It's very, very nice. And then perhaps my favorite maybe is a celebrity scent. This is Eau de Gaga, another lime scent, and this is just lime, iris, and leather, I think. I just love it. I love it. And I'm not a fan of a leather note, so it makes it sort of unusual. But the blend of the lime and the iris and the leather in this is just really good. I've gotten compliments on this from women when I've worn it. Longevity is pretty good. Again, I'd say like 5 or 6 hours. This can go all year round, I think. Just a lighter application in the summer, warmer months. Yeah, so that's Eau de Gaga by Lady Gaga. And that is my updated favorite unisex fragrances in my collection. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. If you would subscribe, I'd love that. And give it a like if you liked it. And let me know what you think. If you have any of these fragrances or what your favorite unisex fragrances are, I'd love to know. So take care, have a good one, and happy holidays.